Are Albertans being bribed with our own tax dollars? Specifically, Central Albertans and rural communities. If you haven't paid attention to the news lately, I don't blame you. It's been a long couple of years. But Jason Kenney has been on a spending spree over the past couple of weeks, mostly aimed at central and rural Albertans. $1.8 billion for a Red Deer Hospital expansion, bunch of cash over to the Red Deer Airport, broadband internet, and the Child Advocacy Center. Now, I'm not going to debate the merits of, whether the funding's needed or if the government is the best mechanism to deliver the funding and the services. It's kind of a discussion for another video, but I just want to look at the timing of these announcements. For the past couple of years, it was my understanding that we were fighting a deadly respiratory virus. We've had hospital capacity issues for not just 2 years in Red Deer, for as long as I can remember, and I've lived here all my life. So why now? Why the funding when presumably everybody is saying that we have passed the worst of said virus? Well, I think it has to do with his polling numbers, specifically in central Alberta and rural areas, and the fact that the UCP has a special general meeting coming up on April 9th, where his leadership will be reviewed. So if you aren't aware, and if you want to get involved with that, which I would encourage you to do, regardless of whether you want to vote for or against his leadership, you need to have a UCP membership and a ticket to the special general meeting by March 19th, I believe it is. I will put a link below. Membership, I believe, is $10 for a year, and if you get the special general meeting admission by the 19th, I believe it's $100, and it's my understanding if a certain number of people show up to said meeting, then the bylaws in the UCP kick in and a portion of that is refunded. So it could be as cheap as $25, but I think there has to be a certain amount of people show up to that in order for the refund to kick in. But it just really begs the question as to why are all these announcements coming out now? To me, it seems like there's no other case for it. I mean, this is classic political strategy. When an election of any kind is coming up, let's pass out the goodies. Let's get everyone excited to be back on the team. They'll go vote for me, and then as soon as I'm back in, what's going to change? Probably nothing. We still live in a province where the threat of more restrictions is always hanging over our head. We still live in a country where millions of people are unable to legally leave it, and where the only talk of barring municipalities from implementing health policy is in regards to a mask mandate, nothing to do with medical interventions. So we need someone in there that is going to stand up for the individual and for Albertan within Canada. And it's been nearly 3 years of Jason Kenney and the UCP, and I think it's safe to say that we haven't got that. Putting him back in or extending his leadership at this point in time, I don't think anything's going to change. And to me, if he gets, the approval at this meeting and continues onward, it seems like we're going to have an NDP government in May of 2023 when the next provincial election happens. I'd like to be proven wrong, but I don't see things changing. The party's been tarnished. I don't think there's anybody that is overly excited about the direction that it's heading or its history over the past couple of years. And you're not only going to get the traditional votes for the NDP party, but now you're going to get the, retaliatorial votes, people voting for another party against Jason Kenney, and we're going to end up, with something that we definitely don't want. So my closing point, my encouragement to you, if you want to be involved, and I think we all need to be involved in whatever, sphere and capacity that we can possibly be in, buy that membership, get out to that special general meeting, cast your vote, stay engaged, and keep fighting for the things that are important for you, your family, and your communities. Because if we don't stay engaged, someone else will, their ideas will float to the top, and then we'll be stuck in this situation again. Peace.